Hey everybody, this is Videobob from Bob's Prop Shop. You've seen us on TV on our show Screen Machines on the Reels channel and on Auction Kings and Pawn Stars and all those different TV shows. And what we do is we custom make, high-end custom cars like the Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine and Ghostbusters, Knight Rider, A-Team, all kinds of cool stuff like that. So we do electronics and metal fabrication and all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm a big fan of the Blackstone griddle. I have one. And I used to own a restaurant and slave in front of a big 4-foot grill all the time, so I'm pretty familiar with these. So I wanted my 36-inch stainless steel Blackstone griddle, and I wanted it outside, but like you, I wanted to cover it. There's not a lot of good options to cover the grill. You can get the vinyl cover that's like 40, 50 bucks, and you have to wait for it to cool, put it on there, and it's just not as easy to operate. There's a couple other people who make lids out there. They make them out of stainless steel, they make them out of mild steel, they paint them, they powder coat them, they put stickers on them, all these different things. I wanted one that was made out of lightweight aluminum. So this is my first prototype of the Bob's Prop Shop griddle lid, and what we've done is we've made it out of 2-inch by 2-inch aluminum angle with sheet. It's all riveted together. I put a handle on the front. A lot of the guys you see that make these lids, they put the handles up on the top and they expect you to just take it off and then I guess just throw it on the ground or put it somewhere. I want to be able to lift the lid up and maybe, use it like that. Now, we've got these little hooks back here and they hang on the back of the griddle lip. And look how far away the handle is from here, so that when this thing, if you were to get it hot sitting on the back of your grill, it's not going to burn your little fingers. It's got a nice big dowel here for you to hold on to. That can be custom made any color. But anyway, and you'll notice how I'm throwing this thing around. It's aluminum. It's lightweight. So let's go put it on the grill and see how it works on the actual grill. All right, it's day 2 and I brought my my griddle lid home and I put it on my Blackstone 36-inch stainless steel griddle. We're here in my back porch area. This is a carport that I have. It's a great situation for my outdoor cooking. I have my regular grill here and a stainless table and my Blackstone. I love this thing. But, there's leaves, there's dust, there's bugs. I wanted to cover it up. Now, I ordered a lid from another manufacturer, and I didn't like his original design because he only had handles on the top, and I wanted a handle across the front, like my design. And he sent me this lid and made it out of stainless steel. I'm not sure, he wanted to do like a turning pattern on it. The thing is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's severely warped. And the reason it's warped is because, if you can see what I was doing here, the whole thing just, and it's very heavy, by the way. It weighs over 20 pounds. Mine weighs about 13. It was just a little bit heavy, and it warped because I tried to use it while cooking. I heated up the grill, I had it on there, and it went whoop. And the reason for that is just because of basic metallurgy and physics. The corners are welded all together and it's one piece. There's nowhere for the heat, for the metal to expand and retract, so it has to go somewhere. So when the metal expands, it has to move, right? That's why traditionally a cooking lid would be a round dome, like one of your basting pans, like that, because it allows this thing to kind of, just ever so slightly, even if it's 1/8 of an inch, but it can expand and retract. That's why your regular grill, like the one you can't see here, has a dome, right, for the lid. Okay. My design is modular. All the pieces are separate. The corners are separate. Each leg is separate. The top is separate. These are all separate pieces that are riveted together. Now, even though it's very rigid, it's not rattly, it's stiff. But all those little little spots where there's a gap, where it's put together, allows just enough room to maneuver. The other thing is, aluminum is a different kind of metal than stainless steel or mild steel. It can dissipate heat greatly. So, here you see it on the grill. It goes back, hinges, and it sits right there. The handle design, the reason it sticks out so far is because I wanted to have lots of clearance so you don't accidentally burn your little fingers. The other great thing about having a lid is that you can heat up your grill a lot quicker. It's kind of chilly this morning. It's about 50 degrees out here. When you're cooking, all that heat is just going away. It's just going away. But with the lid on, you're gonna keep your heat in. I used to own a restaurant and I slaved over a 4-foot stainless steel grill all day long cooking burgers. We were voted one of the best burgers in Dallas at Reno's Grill in downtown Dallas back in 2009. And I spent a lot of time in front of a grill. So I'm kind of familiar with standing in front of these with a spatula, trust me. So, but when you're in a restaurant, it's typically 85 degrees in your kitchen. You can try to get it as cold as you want, but you're just not gonna. Here outside, it's cold. That heat's just going away. You're wasting energy, you're wasting gas, you're wasting propane. So the advantage here is by having the lid on, rather than putting it on full blast, you can put it on low and still get it as hot. So let's torture test this lid and see how hot we can get the grill and how hot we can get this lid. Let's fire it up. All right, we'll come back in about 20 minutes, see how it's doing. Okay, I've been torture testing this lid. I've got all 4 burners on, and it's been sitting here for about 20 minutes. I've been waiting to see if it's gonna warp or if anything's gonna happen. You can see it's sitting square. Actually, the grill itself has warped. Because that's stainless steel. And stainless steel doesn't expand and, well, it does expand. It doesn't take the heat the way my design does. My design, using these corners, each of these being a separate part and this lid being a separate part, gives enough space for the metal to expand and retract. But then again, this is like aircraft aluminum. It's a much more rigid stuff. Now you can see I put this this little gauge up here, and we're almost at 400 degrees. That's as hot as I can seem to get it. It's been up here for a while. It's pretty hot. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to take these tongs and take that off of there. Now you can see that's clean. That has not been on the grill, okay? It's been on the lid. Let's lift up the lid. Oh gosh. And set it down. I was going to show you the gauge, but it's so hot, it's just black. And we can scrape off the, Jesus. It's hot. I'd say it's 700 degrees. Let me see, maybe if I could stick this one on there and it'll rise up and, oh, it's hot. My gosh. That's as hot as I've ever gotten this grill. I've had it on full blast with the lid on now for a while, and I didn't expect that. I can't even read this. I think it's broken. Oh my God, the needle is all the way, it's burning my face. The needle, if you can see that, is all the way down. So it's at 850, 900 degrees. Jesus. I think I've melted this thing. Whew. Okay, so there you have it, folks. My lid was sitting on top of the griddle at 800, 900 degrees. Didn't warp. It did discolor. The smoke from the olive oil has discolored the bottom side. My handle design, cool to the touch, right? And let me I'm happy with this. I don't see any warping at all. Not even a little bit. I don't see anything. Very happy with that. Well, I think the evidence is here from that test that you can see that the lid performed beautifully. We got the grill surface itself up to almost 900 degrees. At least that's as far as the gauge will go, maybe more. Without the lid, the hottest I've ever gotten my griddle is maybe 600 degrees, leaving it on for 20 minutes. It just wouldn't get any hotter than that. Why? Because all the heat just goes away. With the lid on there, you can get it to 1,000 degrees. You don't need it to be 1,000 degrees. What you need to do
is rather than putting it on full blast, you put it on low. Use my lid. You're gonna get the grill up to temp using a lot less fuel. And you're gonna keep that heat in there. Also, the lid surface didn't get that hot. We've had it off only just for a little bit, and it's you know, it's still pretty warm, but I can touch it without killing myself, okay? So the lid surface only got to what, 350 degrees, which you can bake cookies on, but can you imagine if the stainless steel was on there? It would be probably the same temperature as the griddle surface, which is why it warped. It probably took 1,000 degrees to warp that other one, and that's why it's warped. This one didn't warp. And here it is, it's cooled off, and it hasn't, you know, it's cool enough to touch, and it hasn't changed its shape from being heated up and cooled down. So I think that the Bob's Prop Shop, we're just gonna call it the BPS grill, you know, because people are gonna be like, Bob's Prop Shop, that doesn't make sense. We'll call it the BPS Griddle Lid. I think this is the winner. I think this is the best design. If anybody else makes a lid that they want to challenge me on, feel free. You know, the other griddle manufacturers, they make lids out of, like, for instance, diamond plate. Have you ever tried to clean grease off of diamond plate? It's like trying to clean a cheese grater. Okay, I would not want a diamond plate. All that grease and the smoke, the thing is going to get gnarly. Diamond plate doesn't do well in heat situations and grease situations, okay? It takes a lot of work to clean it. The other thing I've seen about a lot of the lids, they put this little rinky-dink little handle on the front, like the kind that you put on your drawer for your silverware, okay? I want a nice, look at this. That's a handle, see? That's a handle. That's a handle, right? I'm not gonna burn my fingers. Look at the amount of space there, okay? Those other lids, it's like this little handle, like, and they know you're not gonna cook with it anyway because it would twist itself into a pretzel if you tried to cook with it. Also, what do I need handles up on the top for? I'm not gonna be touching the top. If I'm gonna take it off, if I wanna take it off, I can, like a suitcase, I can set it down. All you have to do is go on the back side of the grill like this. Bang. Now you got a nice clean surface. If you wanted to put stuff up on top of here, you could. I don't recommend it, not a good idea, but it is pretty sturdy, okay? Slides back, just like that. Hangs on the back of the grill, there we go. And this also creates a nice backsplash while you're cooking. And the way the lid goes down behind it, it prevents wind from getting to the flames in the back. Some people have made wind guards that go across the back if you're a particularly windy area. Protects your flames in the back and creates a nice backsplash. And also, it's going to be fairly cool to the touch. So if some dummy were to come up and accidentally touch this thing, they're going to feel a little heat, but they're not going to get severely third-degree burn. You know what I mean? That's another issue. You know, maybe your kid comes up and doesn't know any better and puts their hand on it. Probably not going to hurt them as badly as it would with one of these other ones. So, if you think this is the lid for you, for your Blackstone, all you have to do is there's a link attached to this video. Follow that link, and that'll take you to where you can get your own Blackstone. And as of this video recording, I think we may offer two different versions. We may offer one that is a DIY kit. You can build it yourself, and then one that is pre-built for you the way this one is. It's all up to you whether or not you value your time or your money. If you value my time, you can give me your money, because it was a lot of work to build this thing. This thing was built in our shop where we're using air-powered riveters and quality cutting tools and sanding tools and things. So you can see that the craftsmanship on it is really good. And we'll probably offer a 28-inch version as well for those people, or maybe even the little shorty version. We'll just see if the demand is there. But for right now, this video is for the 36-inch lid. Thank you very much for watching the video. My apologies for my competition, my other lid builders. I have a great respect for you. No hard feelings, but may the best lid builder win. Hey, outdo me. So this is just a situation of necessity created the demand. I couldn't find the lid that I wanted. I wanted a lid that would look good on my grill and that I could cook with, and no one offered one. Every single lid that I found was, you know, a brake shear bent over welded lid with the handles that I didn't want. And even though this guy went above and beyond to try to please me, and I sent him this design, because this is not the lid that he builds, by the way. This is not the lid that this dude builds. The lid that he builds has these handles on it, and I requested this handle be put on. But when I got it, the lid, it was loose and wobbly, and you know, because of the way it's designed, there's this huge dent in the corner from the shipping, because that's the nature of this kind of metal. The way these corners are, you're not gonna dent them. Aluminum doesn't dent like that. It's a completely different animal. This is really the way this thing should be built. Also, the shipping is gonna be a lot less. That thing was over 20 pounds. It came in a box that I still haven't thrown away. I picked it up, I'm like, gosh, what is this? This thing weighs a mere 12 and a half pounds, I think. So the shipping box is gonna be maybe 14 pounds. It's gonna be much less, which means it's gonna cost a lot less to ship it. All right, I think I've talked enough about this thing. Thanks for watching my video. And my apologies to my competition. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to keep up that American capitalist spirit. This is how inventions get made. So, thanks for watching. I'm Videobob. Appreciate it, bye.